the comments that are made relative to that LNG hearing, I mean, if you weren't there, meaning you, the Senate committee members, you have to understand, I've been on CRMC since 2003. That hearing, those hearings were the most contentious hearings we've ever had. We had to have police present there. I remember, and I'll say it, telling my wife at the end of the hearing, we had to have the police walk us to our cars because of the insults and the threats made to us by the 100 or so people against that. And to the gentleman's comment, when he said Chair Cervenka abruptly stopped the matter when a woman of color was speaking, I'll tell you exactly what happened. At that point in time, she started throwing personal insults regarding our family members to us. And I'm sure Jennifer will state that at that point, it was getting real hot. And at that point, we needed to take a break.
It was at times a chaotic meeting, and there was a particular speaker who started yelling at the council members, and we had to take a break and cool off. It wasn't productive to an orderly meeting.
I can see it in your eyes, and I can see your humanity, and I can see that you want to do more and that you wish you could do more. And you reiterated then the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission preempts your decision-making process, and that you have a narrow window from which you can review this project. And so I want you to know I've been spending a lot of time thinking about this and thinking about each and every one of you and reflecting upon how it must feel. To feel like you can't move past something and make a decision that you in your heart of hearts really want to make. And at first I have to tell you, I felt angry at that response. I was enraged at that response. And then over the 2 weeks it turned into feeling really discouraged. But now it's really settled in disappointment. I am disappointed in each and every one of you, because as a mother, I cannot believe that whoever raised you to be a coward. And we cannot afford to make a coward.
No, you can sit down.
I'm not sitting down. I cannot accept that someone raised you to take orders, to sit down, and to pave the way to harming people.
So at that point, yeah, immediately she said, we're going to take a quick break. I know she saw that things needed to be cooled down, and that's what happened. We took a short break. We went back. That woman spoke again. And I know she's a very vocal woman. I know who he's referencing. She was all over social media after that.
Those of us who have spoken before me and will speak after me have shown up. We have poured through your regulations. We have done research. We have fundraised. We have knocked on doors. We have translated material. We have done presentations to get alerted to the general public in order to bring us to this moment. And you sit and rely on inact staff reports saying there's nothing you can do. Shame on you. I see you, officers. I am speaking. I am speaking. I am a member of the public. I have 11 seconds and I'm not speaking.
Who is going to pay for her children's health care if they get sick because of what you people want to propose?
Or for Monica who had her baby in the ICU over the weekend.
No, it's disgusting. There needs to be people over pipelines. If your pockets are being lined by this, you guys are disgusting.
Thank you. I need you to start digging deep. This is about whether or not you are willing to take a stand.
Where's your humanity?
And say that this project is inconsistent. Do not touch me.
I didn't touch you.
You did. This project is inconsistent with the very regulations that you are duty to enforce. This is about people. This is about people. Real, live people. Like Martha's daughter who was in the ICU, in and out of the hospital for 5 days. This is about protecting the health and wellness of the people who live in our neighborhood. It's for the first graders on their first day of school. It's for the infants in the NICU. It's for elders in the oncology unit at Rhode Island Hospital. It's for the convenience store owner at the corner of my street. It's for the high school foot player. It's for the widow running the home daycare center. It's for the librarian who teaches those kids how to read. This is about people, and no, they might not look like you, but someone does. So
But what the people don't understand, as Jennifer indicated, there were many things that we could not take into consideration as part of our decision. So I'm echoing what Jennifer said there. Yeah, we listened to it. Yeah, as parents, we had concerns when they got up and they made references to their children and that. But unfortunately, we had a certain standard of review that we had to apply.
Again, I have to say it was a very difficult thing to go through to try to communicate to so many concerned citizens that we couldn't consider their chief concerns. As you heard from the public speaker just now, a lot had to do with health and health risks. We don't sit to decide if there's an impact as to health. That is not within our purview. That's not under the federal consistency review.
This is not true. The concerns expressed by the community at these meetings were not just about health. There were also coastal impact concerns that fell under CRMC review. In 2018, long after the CRMC approved National Grid's request, the Rhode Island Attorney General's office determined that documentation explaining the CRMC's review authority was illegally withheld from the community when an access to public records request was made.
Unless any of you Senate members were there, you just have to rely on what I'm telling you, that it was pretty scary, because you had a room full of 100 or so people yelling, screaming at us, talking over each other.
I had people in my face wearing lobster uniforms, costumes, and with big signs calling me a racist. And it was all I could do to not respond to that. I had to sit there and take that. Although I did tip my nameplate over and noticed the name Gomez and wondered why I was being called a racist.